Let me ask you a simple question. When you voice your opinion, have you ever been silent simply because you are young? If not, then you are either no longer young or being a bit disingenuous. If you have, then you have encountered a common reality of our times. The problem is that this used to work because the world wasn't changing quite so rapidly. Now things are completely different. Technology is transforming not only the world itself but also how we perceive it. The catch, however, is that this shift in perception is occurring only among Generation Z. The older generation has no desire to embrace these changes, nor will they ever do so. Why? The game Metro Last Light provides the answer. We ventured down here to find out if what we were being told was true. That was one of the story's central themes. In my view, the second most important aspect is the generation gap. Even though nuclear war reduced everyone to a common denominator in the metro tunnels, effectively rolling back scientific progress to the Soviet era, differences of opinion persist. Whose view is actually right? Whom should we follow? Where will all that choice lead? Sound familiar? While the setting differs between the game and the reality, the underlying moral remains the same. The older generation is always right. Those lower in rank or younger in age are considered nobodies whose voices shouldn't be heard. If this feeling resonates with you, let's explore what this phenomenon is and how to live with it. Let's start with an obvious fact. We, Generation Z, trust one another and the many people who serve as our mentors. We earn a respect not through knowledge or experience, but through the proactive actions we have taken in the past or are taking now. By the age of 18, we have already built a network of contacts, people who can help us when the need arises and whom we, in turn, can assist. Unlike older generations, we tend to delve into and retain details that might seem superfluous to others. We take note of rumors and put them to the test. Our elders don't believe in rumors. They stick to cold, hard facts. That is where the first conflict arises, both internal and external. The rumor suggests one thing, while the elder's experience points to something entirely different. Yet, seniority always holds the upper hand. If you agree, you walk away with nothing, though relations remain neutral. If you disagree, you're branded an idiot simply for having a different point of view.
To eliminate the creature and finish the Order's job.
Miller, you can't! It's murder!
Restrain him!
You idiot! You're making the same mistake that...
We're done, leader. Escort Khan out of here.
Artyom! It's your last chance for forgiveness! For getting rid of the nightmares! Ah!
Forget about Khan. Looks like he got close. Too close to the creature. Lost his mind. Look here, Artyom. Complete the mission and get back here quickly. The war is coming, and I'll need every ranger at his post.
It is a choice that is no choice at all, one where you always lose. But even that is not the final verdict.
Just a year ago, I stood on top of the TV tower and saw missiles rain on the botanical gardens, turning the flesh into ashes, smelting metal and glass. Nobody and nothing could survive that inferno. Yet Khan did find a dark one there. Now my mission is to find and eliminate it. To finish what I started.
In the past, trains were ordinary things. But now, this monorail seems magic, doesn't it? Our kids won't know how to operate these things. And their kids will probably think this was built by the gods. Fred, you ready? Let's move.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, we'll need it. Didn't you and my father take the monorail when you went out to fire the missiles at the Dark One's nest? That's a good sign, Rabbit. Maybe we'll have luck with this mission too.
Even when under the supervision of someone who upholds the ideas of the older generation, Nothing stops you from putting the experience of others to the test. Yes, you heard that right. Challenging the experience of others. While the older generation views risk as an unaffordable luxury in the grand scheme of things, you, as an autonomous entity, forego that caution in favor of updating your personal protocols. You are given only the goal, the trajectory is yours to choose. The problem with a tandem comprising a free mind and an indoctrinated one is that the former acts impulsively and, as a rule, much faster. The second one, meanwhile, follows instructions to the letter, without a shred of improvisation, and stalls. We have to improvise to achieve our goal. We do achieve it. Or almost do. And that is precisely the moment it becomes clear where we miscalculated. We were expecting a frontal assault, having completely forgotten about the flanks. The inevitable outcome? A boot in the face.
Still one. Guten Morgen.
The creature I met in the burnt-out remains of the gardens looks like a dark one, and it was able to enter my mind, dragging the innermost out of me. But it was also just a baby, and I am sure that it recognized me, and got scared. It also left me knocked out for some time, just enough for me to get captured.
Which prisoners were captured at the botanical gardens? Seems like they were looking for something. These two are red. They refuse to speak. The third one looks like a ranger of the order. A mutant the size of a child was caught near him. It was delivered to Reich as well.
I'll deal with it later. This one.
Suspected mutation.
No, I'm normal. See, 2 arms, 2 legs, 10 fingers. Don't you understand? I'm a Hansa citizen.
Shut up!
You're not a Hansa. Here you are a suspect in the distribution of corrupted genes. And this is your trial. If your skull has the correct proportions, you are free to go. If not, you are an abomination. Science, you see.
This is an outrage!
I told you to stay still!
Well,
Let's see. 318 millimeters by 302.
let's look it up in the table. Ah, congratulations. You're a mutant.
No, please!
To the garbage chute. A simple question. What was your mission in the gardens?
Go to hell yourself, Nazi. Phew.
I'm gonna count to 3. 1,
Glory to the red line!
2,
Always covered Mossfin!
3.
Please, I'll talk. But away from the other side. They'll kill me if they hear. Okay?
Take this one to the second unit. Usually, Reich does not interfere with the Order's business. But here, we have you, the Reds, and the Freak, all caught in the same net. I do not like it. So talk, or take a bullet to the brain.
Get the officer! Here. You keep the knife. Keep it.
Recovering from such a blow is incredibly difficult, yet essential for survival. It is in moments like these that we realize we've messed up. That isn't necessarily good or bad. After all, the shock might suddenly offer us a completely new perspective on the world and the events unfolding within it. It can also lead to finding a new partner. At first glance, he might seem slightly more experienced, but ultimately you share the same goal and motivation. It is far easier to overcome obstacles together than alone. Trusting a stranger is hard, but when the situation demands it, the process happens almost subconsciously. A well-coordinated partnership earns us a reward that boosts trust.
Panel up there. You can open all the cells. I can't stay here anymore.
Please, I wanna leave.
The fun is just starting, believe. Here, catch this. Nice watch. Huh, this little blue indicator, it lights up when you're visible, huh? Alright, there's bound to be more guards further ahead, but they won't be able to use gas here. We can really let ourselves go. I wish I had a grenade. We'll break through even without this. Let's move, Pietro.
The problem with meeting someone this way is that you have to trust a stranger, simply because you have no other choice. Your impulse to put another person's experience to the test has yielded both a setback and a bonus. The setback: you are no longer surrounded by familiar people you can rely on. The bonus: you are able to assess the situation more cold-headedly. That coldness becomes your ally, an inner instinct that will never let you down. At least, that's how it seems to you. And while the temptation to unleash your cold power in open combat, turning the fight into a bloodbath, is strong, it is better to hold it back as a trump card for a more opportune moment. A cold head will allow you to notice every detail, keep more variables in mind, and make the right choices at the crucial moment. In that case, it isn't just you who stands to benefit, but also the random people you encounter along the way. Such an advance is usually carried out discreetly to avoid drawing attention. Keeping a low profile helps avoid unnecessary confrontations. These moments are particularly opportune for learning about others' future plans.
Facilities filled with supplies. There is medicine and enough canned food to sustain the Reich for 100 years. And enough weapons for us to wipe the freaks and genetically impure from the face of the earth. But D6 has been seized and occupied.
Yet, even in the best case scenario, there are times when you have to make some noise. If you don't want to be attacked, strike first and be ready for any outcome.
Spies! Over here! Hurry, Artyom!
Take them alive.
Jump! Hands up, you fuck! Crawl through here! Crawl through here! Shit! You right? Hold on, Artyom, hold on! There you have it, sugar! On the ground, you bitch! I surrender! Hold on, Artyom, hold on, just a little more!
Now, no! Catch them!
Bastards, please, they're opening the gate! Drop them! I see them! There they are! Stop them! Stop! Get out of here!
We pulled off the impossible. Now I have to inform the Order that the Dark One is missing, which means to acknowledge that I've failed my mission. But now, when he's down in the metro, I won't be able to find him alone. I have to get to the nearest neutral station and then to Polis, the Order's HQ. Pavel will show me the way.
What? Okay, looks like we lost them. And we'd better hurry to the theater. There's nowhere else to go, huh? Chuvak. Are you alright, Chuvak? That's great. The armor works wonders. Shit! A dead end. Hold on!
Every time things are going smoothly, something nasty is bound to happen. At first, it seems like nothing serious. We're together, and there's no immediate threat. But then your partner heads out to scout, and while you wait for his return, chaos erupts.
Right. Okay. Wait here while I look around.
Real fucking ninja. Let's take him to the guard post.
And what if this fuck is not alone?
Attention, second guard post. Check your sector of the tunnel. We caught a rat in the vents here. Stay sharp. There might be more. Roger. Checking that. Over.
Is not the one I'm worried about. Right. Who knows how many more of those bastards are lurking in the shadows? All I know is we'd better find them. See anything? Let's go check the dead end out while we're at it. Just to make sure.
You're on your own. There's no one from your team nearby, and you have no idea if there ever will be again. You have to keep moving. But where? And what about your partner? The cold urges you onward, and the quieter you move, the better. When you don't know a soul, the best tactic is to stay unnoticed. Less noise means fewer problems. It's easy to hide behind friends and cover for one another. But what happens when there's no one left? Your life takes a new turn. It's frightening, yet necessary. External pressure never leaves you, because it's precisely what keeps you moving forward. But the more time you spend alone, the more your sanity begins to fray. Why? You start to feel like you don't need anyone else. You can handle it on your own. Do you really need that partner? Or are you better off without him? Yet, you have no idea what awaits you around the next corner. In real life, that choice remains open to each of us. But common sense dictates that it is better to stick with someone you have already trusted, someone who hasn't let you down. And make sure you don't let him down either. We rescue our partner and fight off those who were hot on our heels.
Let's move! It's gonna be another Stalingrad around here.
I dragged Pavel out of the noose, and he says he's going to take me as close to Polis as possible. Then I'll contact the Order and report on everything that has happened. The path to the legendary theater lies through the catacombs. I've never been here before, and without my new friend, I'd probably be completely lost. I hope he knows the way.
That's the way to do it, bro! Just like the three musketeers, if there were two of them. You ever read the book? Really confusing, but I fucking love it. Always wanted to be Athos. You can be D'Artagnan, huh? Alright, we're short on time. We go to theater from here, then you off to Polis. I head back home to the Red Light, okay? I don't like how they gave up the chase and locked the gate behind us. Not a good sign. Shit!
Fifth, come in. Andre. Fifth here. Cut the light in that tunnel. There. Got that.
Dead meat? Ё-моё! The hell? Just have to see about that. To hell with it. There is no retreat, Spartan. Moscow's right behind us. Forward! Stop! Блять. That's why the Nazis cut the lights. These things hate it. Okay, Spartan, a short lesson. Bullets won't cut it here. But since they're afraid of light, let's take the light to them, okay? Now don't you turn that light off. Understand, we're in a world of hurt without it. What the? Why did it stop? Breakers out or what? Shit. Come on! Блять! They heard us. You, we're right in that fucking nest. Shit. It's a lot of them. Damn it! It got the wall! Go! Down! Burn them with light! The elevator won't carry the weight! Eat this, bitch! See its belly? That's the only vulnerable spot! Their top armor's just too tough! Okay, Artyom, if we run into one of these things, put your light on it till it flips belly up, you understand? The bastards hate the light more than anything. Come on, follow me. Fucking bitch! Artyom! Right, блядь! There you have it, bitch! Thanks, чувак. One for all, huh?
While operating in the den of evil with our partner, we learned two things. We weren't cut out for theoretical work. We were all about hands-on application. We act by putting theory into practice right on the spot. One mistake could be our last. Our partner is our best teacher and ally. But he has one particular trait. Just like our commander, he assigns us the toughest missions.
Shit, looks like there's an electric lock. Okay, the wires go... Ah, over there. Hey, look, D'Artagnan. You've got the light. If you follow the wires, there should be a fuse box somewhere. Used to power the gate, but the battery is surely dead now. When you find it, attach your charger to it. Then we'll try to open the door, okay?
Seriously? Here's a big, burly guy, better armed and far more experienced in combat than us, telling us to charge headlong into the beast's lair. Look man, you're holding an AK, and I've got a bastard. Are you kidding me? Okay. The hazing dynamic isn't just about seniority or age. It manifests through the trust placed by a superior or, conversely, the inexperience of a junior. On one hand, it feels like a setup. We don't know what lies ahead, yet, lacking the necessary preparation, we walk straight into hell. On the other hand, it is yet another test of resilience that must be endured. Is it delegation or training? The answer depends on the frequency, the reason, and the actions of the other person. In our case, the task gets done, but it leaves a lingering, uneasy feeling. Something isn't quite right.
That was cool, genius. Good thinking. Ready? Okay, first up. Follow me.
We're almost at the theater now. The metro entrance should be pretty close. But however small the distance is, we'll have to cover it on the surface. And there, every step you take could well be your last.
Chuvak, you're here. Pull yourself together. We don't have long before nightfall, okay? Okay, with the tunnel collapsed, the only way to reach the escalator down to Theater station is cross the surface. And trust me, we don't want to be caught out here in the fucking dark. Don't drop your guard for an instant, okay? Whoa, that's impressive. I heard about this place. That plane was headed into Moscow when the whole city caught fire. The building where it crashed, that's the entrance to the theater. The ice is thawing up here. It's almost like spring, Artyom. Maybe we'll live to see the summer.
Confidence turns into doubt the moment the workload gradually shifts onto your shoulders. You have to do more and keep a closer eye on the situation. You're suddenly responsible for a lot more aspects of the job. You end up doing more work for the same pay while someone else takes it easy. It's exactly the same with my job. I work in a warehouse for a large company, but my colleagues, they're all over 40. Things went smoothly at first. The work was split evenly and nobody dumped tasks on anyone else or left things unfinished. But once they got used to me, all hell broke loose. I was doing the work of 3 people at once, yet I was still told I was lazy and ungrateful. There's another person my age at work. Different department, same situation. It all comes down to the fact that the older generation already has everything they need for life. An apartment, a family, sometimes a car and a stable income that's enough for them. We don't have that. Salaries stay the same while prices and workloads keep rising. We need more just to survive, but it's not going to happen. Being older means being right. That's it. And here's the catch. The give less, earn more business model relies precisely on this specific age group of workers. They don't demand much and the workload is still manageable for them. But what happens when the company expands? The pool of older workers is extremely limited and will quickly run dry. Young people won't work for the wages offered because they simply couldn't survive on them. Company management won't pay more than the standard rate, arguing that the employees haven't earned it. This creates a conflict of interest. Young people seek high-paying jobs to survive and build a career, while the older workers try to secure as much as possible for themselves. And they aren't about to share. That means a struggle is inevitable, and that is exactly what is happening right now.
Like a stroll through the park, huh?
Our short visit to dead Moscow, the phantom of the past, is over. Pavel and I helped each other out again and are returning down to the metro as real partners now. You can't survive the wastelands any other way. But now ahead of us lies a populated station, the theater. It's very close to Polis. If Pavel manages to lead me through the red line guard posts, I'll be home in less than an hour.
Okay, come on in. Sorry about that. Dangerous times, right?
We're going up soon. Are there many watchmen around?
We were lucky to get here. Okay, there's a nest in the building by direct plane.
Such a bad
Oh, you want a nightmare? It's waiting for you up there.
No sense going with just 3 men.
Clear a nest. We need a couple squadrons.
Artyomich, so, if it's culture you want, the Bolshoi is up there above us. All the actors who survived are here. Oh, people come from all over the metro to see the show we put on.
For each campaign, a lot of people in the Reich are accused of
Living in the Reich all our lives, and then we're free?
This happens all the time.
So, that's our plan. The station next to this one is Revolution Square. One of ours. Red. And Revolution is spitting distance to Polis. So, I, as a good communist, which I am, will vouch for you. They'll have to let you through, and you'll be home in no time. What do you think?
Are you the one they just told us about?
Yes, we are.
Great. Come in then.
So, my Spartan friend, have a look around. There's plenty to see here, huh? I'll talk to my people and find you.
Welcome. Have a good rest.
Doubts arise in high-stress situations. Moments when you need to be certain you can rely on your brother-in-arms or companion in adversity. When things are calm, there is little cause for worry. While there may be no familiar faces around, no enemies are in sight either. In moments like these, a partner shifts from being merely an acquaintance to a friend. Wait, already? But so little time has passed. Despite these questions and conflicting thoughts, you feel certain that things surely won't get any worse. You feel smarter than everyone else. Yet, despite the relatively small age gap, there's always someone craftier. Take our partner, who had become a friend to us, for instance. In reality, he was just playing a part for his own gain. In the end, he gets all the glory while you're left with a consolation prize, a pat on the back, and a small glass of a drink with a surprise in it, the kind you only discover too late. Your gut let you down, and you found yourself vulnerable. You were backed into a corner.
So, my friend, that's how it goes. Don't be mad, Artyom. Just doing my job to protect the red line. And you, Musketeer, are from the wrong side of the barricade. Privates, take this comrade in.
Yes, Major, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome back, Comrade Major.
It is, Private.
That was so stupid of me. I bought that talk of friendship. The stupid musketeer saying, "Just you wait. I will get even." I wonder though, why did Pavel go through the trouble of trapping me?
Move it! Hey, stop that, блядь! It's just being over-enthusiastic, you know? Artyom, look, I think of you as my friend, really. But as a soldier, you understand that I had to follow my orders and bring you here, okay? Now, you're under arrest, but perhaps it's not the end of the line for you. I hope.
You've gone from being a brother and partner to a source of leverage and information for the opposing camp. The coldness is your real ally. Yet, you're at your breaking point. There is no hope left. Only a miracle can save you.
Another enemy of the revolution? Perfect. As you have always noted, Lyonya must start learning how to improve his, people skills.
As a matter of fact, we were...
Put away your truth serums. I'll show you a more traditional Red Army method. Faster and more effective. You shit! Spill your guts now! Tell everything you know of these six! Fuck! Still nothing, huh? Bitch! You talk, or I'll fry your balls in pig fat! Passwords, code names, operation protocol.
What are you doing, Dad?
This is called interrogation, Lonya. Interrogation. Business as usual. What? You never did that playing dolls?
No!
You little shit! There's no power without blood!
There is! Your brother ruled peacefully, and they still love him!
Get back here! God damn it! All right. Use your drugs. Use hot pokers. Just get everything out of him and shoot the bastard. Then come to my office. We must talk. Come back here! You may be my...
Oh, I must agree with Leonid. Brutality is a crooked path to information. I believe in science. One injection and you will tell us everything. I need you to go to Venice and take care of the locals who made the delivery. This will not be a cash payment. Understand?
Completely, sir. And what about the Dark One?
The creature has been located. The details are in this envelope. You will pick up the animal right after you go to Venice. Don't disappoint me this time.
I won't, Comrade General. I won't.
Fuck Cornwood! Fuck my father! And Morozov! And the revolution and my own future! I'd rather be shot and end up like father, killing his own brother. Listen, if you get out of here, just live!
And that miracle happens. Despite the ideological divides, even on the other side of the barricades there is someone who thinks differently, someone who questions the wisdom of their elders. Such people are unpredictable. They pose a threat to the older generation while remaining friendly towards their peers. We get lucky. This chance encounter gives us the opportunity to slip away quietly and unscathed, while pulling off a power move in the process.
I am the head of intelligence after all.
Then why did you let the information leak? Damn the refugees. Polis, Hansa, and even the fucking Nazis already know about our plans.
The rats will be exterminated, and war is inevitable anyway.
Inevitable. I have my doubts. So does the Politburo.
A doubtful man is a fearful man.
How dare you? You're the head of state security, and you report to me.
Yes, but now, when we are one step away from a unified Red Metro, you have no right to disrupt the plan.
I have no right.
Moskoin, when you asked me how to deal with your elder brother when he was still the Secretary General, I helped you. And after his tragic death, I backed your takeover. So I suggest you take my advice again.
This is unacceptable.
It's very simple, Comrade Moskoin. We all stand together, arms linked against the wind. For it's every man for himself.
But, Corbett, is this whole fucking method truly worth the blood we're going to spill?
I have a way of doing it without spilling any blood.
No blood, you say? All right. Go do your trick. I'll handle the Politburo.
One of these days.
The frontal assault is hopeless. But if we go underground in the church, advance through the catacombs, then attack from the rear, we should encounter little or no resistance. Then we just have to do a sweep. Attention! Comrade General!
Soldiers, you are trusted with an important mission. Each group has its task, and you have been told only what you need to know to succeed. But remember that this operation is top secret, and you must not be taken alive by the enemy. I hope that I am understood. Questions?
Can we use radios after we capture the assigned targets?
Only in case of emergency, and on a scrambled frequency.
If we're faced with strong enemy counterattacks, do we hold the positions or fall back?
Hold them. Anyway, the enemy is unlikely to mount an effective counteroffensive.
Comrade General, we have been issued a banner along with the other gear, but we will also need to remove all our markings.
We will leave no trace of our operation. Only upon victory and receipt of the following signal will you raise your banner over the captured targets. Further questions?
No, Comrade General.
Good luck then.
Now I am in a real spider-infested catacombs, where the General Secretary Moskvin does not look like the head spider. That title clearly belongs to General Corbett. I sure would like to know what's on his mind. What did Lesniski bring him from D6? What's going to destroy the enemies of the revolution? Only questions and no answers. The only thing that is clear, Pavel has information on the Dark One, which makes him my current target.
The moment of betrayal proves once again that our elders are sometimes right. I admit The past teaches us many lessons. The problem, however, is that we only learn these lessons through trial and error. We are convinced only by what we have verified ourselves. This is neither good nor bad, because sometimes the warning signs may look the same, yet the outcome turns out completely different. Ask yourself, how many times were you told to do something the way someone else did it? And how many times did you follow your own unique path? Was this the most optimal path? It is precisely this kind of rebellious mindset that typically drives the paradigm shift from merely repeating past experience to optimizing actions. We owned our instinctual awareness, the realization that not everyone can be trusted. Trust takes time. Yet, without that mistake, we likely wouldn't have gained the experience and practical skills needed for the journey ahead. Facing stressful situations alone gave us confidence in our own abilities and the tools we use to tackle various challenges. The ability to make choices completes this cycle, placing improvisation at the forefront. You have to think fast and consider every detail. The more owned this skill is, the less likely you are to be noticed. Yet, as we juggle these skills, we will sooner or later hit a glass ceiling that we cannot break through on our own. Silence won't help here. You need to be noticed. Many might notice you, but only a select few will truly rescue you from a stalemate.
Are you alone there? You're mad! Hold on, I'm coming!
We got to go! Shoot!
Okay, you can tell me the tale later. Right now, we're entering the fairway and plotting a course to the base.
We must realize that not all members of the older generation are alike. There are those who are stern, indifferent, or even aggressive, but there are also kind, harmless, and responsive older men who have already seen enough anger and negativity in their lives. Such individuals are experienced and knowledgeable. They share what they know without forcing it upon us. It is important to grasp one key point. It is precisely these people who, for the most part, transform our overall worldview. We will discuss this further using an example a bit later, but for now, there is one thing we need to understand. Attempting to browbeat someone with your authority will trigger nothing but a pushback, a desire to do the exact opposite just to test the waters. Conversely, calmly sharing stories from the past sparks interest and makes a far more powerful impact. The key is not to let your guard down, because people like that tend to teach their practical lessons at the most inopportune moments. The higher the stakes, the greater the chance the lesson will actually sink in.
Hold on, Artyom!
Oh, wow. This doesn't happen often. Looks like we lucked out.
The subterranean Venice, an island on the dark waters of underground rivers. You always hear rough stories circulating about this place. I hear it is all one huge den of thieves. But there is something I know for sure. Pavel reached Venice, and if I'm not late, he's still here. Finding the Dark One is still my main mission. But now I see I must also uncover Corbett's plans so that I can warn the Order about them.
Seems like we made it. Hey, are you asleep there? What do you think of the local fish, huh? Aren't they charming? Seem moody, though. It's like somebody went through there before us and angered them.
A change of scenery can have different effects depending on the environment. When you are surrounded by calm, comfort, and warmth, with no immediate threats and at least some sense of security, your approach to exploration shifts accordingly. You learn new things out of curiosity rather than fear, without constantly looking over your shoulder. The world is truly amazing. People may live close to one another, yet their lifestyles can be vastly, even unrecognizably different. And that is fascinating. What seemed normal to you might be entirely new to someone else. And what is mundane for others might come as a culture shock to you. The same applies to how others treat you. Sometimes you will face pressure born of fear, while at other times it will stem from good intentions. Yet, you may also receive support that is truly selfless and freely given. In an atmosphere where you are being helped, you naturally want to help someone else in return.
Alright, it's okay. Alright, hush, baby, hush. What happened?
I lost my teddy bear.
Hush, baby, it's alright. Find your teddy bear. Don't cry. Where did you walk today?
I wanted to show him the shooting range, and then I got yelled at and ran.
And maybe I'll let you keep the clothes on your back.
Look, I'll give everything back. I just need
The rules are simple. You take position and kill all the critters. If you make it before the signal, you can collect your winnings.
I've got them here.
The targets are waiting.
Good for saving.
I bet he's not hitting anything.
Nice, there's 3 left.
How about 2 to 1 if he hits everything?
Here's a special prize for you.
And here are the sticky
targets
grenades.
usually last till the
Come on,
evening.
Get yourself some.
Well,
Supplies
our
are
barbecue is
limited.
going to be busy for a while now.
Bullets, knives,
My teddy bear! Mom, the teddy bear is back! Where have you been? Were the buns good? Don't leave me again!
Oh, thank you so
At such moments, fate smiles upon you, offering a chance to balance the scales of karma. The choice is yours, to move forward with a new way of life, or to go back and share your experience, even if you are young. There is no single right answer here, but I can say one thing. Fate offers opportunities not only for good deeds, but also for exacting revenge. The trail has taught us a great deal, though not everything. A cold head has taken a backseat, giving way to cold fury. Once again, we believe we are ready for anything, that we know the traitor inside out. We think the time for retribution has come. We view adaptability as our greatest advantage. But is that really true? Is spontaneity truly better than a meticulously calculated plan? The first attempt is always charged with excitement. It is a choice we make consciously, yet without grasping the consequences or the ultimate outcome. If we fail to understand this, someone else will. What comes as a surprise to one person becomes predictable to another.
Drop your weapon, boy. Hands behind your head. Well, what an unexpected encounter. Looking for the Dark One, huh? Well, maybe there's a hope for you and Polis. But you're too late. Yeah, those Dark Ones of yours are the real deal, yeah? Comrade Korbut had an eye on them for a long time. Just imagine them domesticated, then unleashed on the enemy. Hey, steady now. All right, you're on top, D'Artagnan, you are on top. What now? You were looking for the Dark One, right? Well, he is nearby, at Oktyabrskaya. I can take you there. No tricks this time, you have my word.
Everyone on the ground, now!
Artyom?
No!
Shit, he got away. Why did you attack the storage alone? You could have tried to call me. Well, things worked out, but you'll have to get out of here on the double. I know an exit to the surface here. There's a swamp, but it's traversable. Let's go.
Our chaos has become predictable, and once again, we are being rescued from a mess. This time, however, the consequences of our escapade lead to a far more dire outcome.
Here it is, the swamp. The base is right across, the church. Can't see it from here. There's a powered winch ferry. It needs fuel. You should be able to get some in the plane or at the cache at the gas station. Stay out of water if you want to live. Well, that's all. Good luck, Artyom.
We were driven out to prevent the conflict from escalating. It is neither good nor bad. We belong not where we are merely tolerated, but where we started, or where we choose to be. Our goal then is to return to our own kind. This time we face a new threat alone, meaning we must once again learn on the fly. It works. We reach our people and share what we've learned, but there is no time to catch our breath, for we are being hunted. This time, the traitor is one of our own, and the betrayal is on a far greater scale than before.
Barbarians were laying siege on them, but they still held the fort. You're a great liar, Sanya. You could write
Some people from the church hid here during the war, but they just disappeared. Could have gone to the main metro tunnels, or, well, people say things, you know?
You mean the Big Mama?
Who might that be?
Well, our guys are fast.
Check it out, just in case.
Password.
Roadblock!
That's an old one.
I know that voice. Shit, I can't place it. Wait a minute. Could it be Lesnitsky?
You damn traitor.
Anna, what a surprise. I'm no traitor. I never served you in the first place. We'll take this one back.
No!
Despite all the difficulties we faced along the way, we have returned, back to where we started. War is coming. Human nature does not change. We want to achieve more. And therein lies the catch. You are not the only one. There are thousands like you, hundreds of thousands. Each of you is unique in your own way, yet you all share a roughly similar path shaped by school and upbringing. The breadth of your horizons and the level of your skills can, and often do, become the deciding factor, yet they offer no guarantee of success. Some will reach the goal, while others will perish along the way. Ultimately, the winner will be the one who holds the stronger trump card up their sleeve. Better yet, have two. Primary one and a backup for when the first cannot be played.
The resourceful young man. Tell me, Artyom, savior of the Metro. Where are you going? Stop him!
If you've watched this far, then first of all, congratulations. You are incredibly inquisitive. I respect that. Secondly, everything I've just described represents the basic behavioral pattern of most people in society, at least the society we know. But this pattern has a few hidden pitfalls. The triad of coldness, loneliness, and choice isn't quite as simple as it seems, because it isn't a foundation for growth, it's merely a tool. Like a knife, you can use it to chop a salad, or you can use it to kill someone. It's the same with this. The triad remains the same, but the reason for its development varies from person to person. That is precisely why we will step back a bit now and examine the reasons behind the development of each personality type within the game.
Oh, it never ends, this stuff. You complete a mission and give the base a radio hail on your way back to let them know you're coming. They send you on another milk run. Sometimes I wish radio was never invented. Anyway, this time, it seems like fun. I've got to stop a Hansa train captured by the rats. It's been quite some time since I had stuff to blow up, so never mind if I do.
Come in.
Secret Agent Ullman, on the air.
Cut the jokes. The target's approaching.
Roger that.
By the way.
Yes?
Are you sure you won't blow the tunnel up?
You can take it to the bank.
All right then. Over and out.
And here we are. Now that's what I call a job well done. Well, it's time to go. Here? How come this time?
It's a long story. We've been chasing this train.
Well, looks like you caught up with it finally. So you can take your time and tell. By the way, we? Who?
Artyom and me.
Artyom, by the way, is on the other side of this cave-in by the looks of it.
Artyom? What the hell is he doing here? Saving the metro again?
I'll tell you later. Let's go.
Where to?
One of the most enigmatic figures we encounter on our journey is Khan. Unlike others of his generation, he issues no orders, nor is he cruel or prejudiced. Yet, let us view him through the lens of our triad. The cold detachment he displays is purely a means of survival in situations the rest of the Metro refuses to believe exist. Ghosts, anomalies, and inexplicable phenomena. Khan has witnessed and lived through them all. Such circumstances demand nerves of steel and razor-sharp mind.
This place is filled with despair. Do you smell it? Looking about. The devil is always there where suffering is.
Damnation. I should not have listened to his bullshit. Now I'm seeing things. Where are you, Khan?
Holman, wake up! How are you?
I think, yeah, I'm okay.
Let's move then. We shouldn't stay here for long.
He made a single pivotal choice in his life, a decision that ultimately led him to choose a solitary existence. Polyanka station, where he had previously lived, was overrun by tunnel fauna, and one of the passageways had to be blown up to save the station's population. Khan was not alone that day, though even then he lacked a wide circle of friends due to his oddness. Khan blew up the passage, but it was to no avail. He was forced to flee, sealing the gate behind him and leaving his comrades to their fate. No one knew about his past. For us, Khan is a moral compass offering guidance along our journey. No one believes him, or perhaps people simply prefer to follow the crowd, so he is dismissed as a madman. This brings us back to the idea that loneliness is a side effect of the ability to think. Yet Khan is not the only one who is lonely despite being surrounded by others.
Let's go, Khan. We've no business sitting here.
You're right.
Miller, too, is essentially a lonely man, though for a completely different reason. Unlike Khan, he is a battle-hardened soldier. For him, cold detachment is a key to survival amidst the unpredictability of the human element. Yet, the factor that shaped him most profoundly was his family. In Metro Exodus, Anya reveals that this stern commander once struggled with alcoholism. He had been oblivious to Anya, his own daughter. But everything changed after her mother's death. Miller faced a choice: remain at the bottom of a bottle or get back on his feet for his daughter's sake. He chose the latter. His daughter became his reason for living. His coldness became a shield for himself and his family. His isolation was the consequence of the convictions he held on to until the very end, literally until the final moment of his life. And by the time he realized the truth, it was already too late. Yet, even the most thoroughly brainwashed mind is capable of grasping the truth long before the very end.
And if you have second thoughts, don't worry, I'll do it. Okay then, good luck. I'm in position, I can see you. Something's still burning where the nest was.
It is quite easy to brainwash a young mind, but it is just as easy and quick for it to break free from that trap. Anya, Miller's daughter, was firmly convinced that her father was right and that the Dark Ones were the enemy, a threat that had to be exterminated. Artyom had already begun to doubt Miller's words thanks to Khan, yet he did not fully trust either of them. Anya served as a safeguard for Miller, a safeguard that incidentally eventually failed. Upon making contact with the Dark One, Artyom lost consciousness and was captured by the fascists. However, defying her father's orders, Anya did not finish off the Dark One and Artyom together. Instead, she set out to rescue Artyom, completely disregarding the commands she had been given. Suddenly, she feared for her partner, someone she was seeing for the first time and had known for barely half an hour. And here is the most interesting part. It was her father, the head of the family and her only kin, who had instilled that coldness in her. Trust no one and you won't be disappointed. Her solitude stemmed from that same premise. If there was no one to trust, there was no one worth interacting with either. Yet, the choice she made marked a turning point. Faced with the decision between carrying out her father's order and following her own suppressed moral compass, Anya chose the latter. It was a rash move considering the consequences. However, it was precisely that act that shattered the ingrained belief that her elders were always right.
Artyom? Artyom?
However, conflicts arise not only between different generations but also within a single generation. Moskvin and Korbut share the same ideology yet pursue different goals. Moskvin is the leader of the Red Line Party, or at least that is how it appears to many. After all, he attained this status by killing his own brother out of fear of betrayal, a move suggested to him by none other than Korbut himself. And it all stemmed from a thirst for power and a desire to stage a coup. The bottom line is this: although Moskvin is considered the leader of the communists, he is not truly one. He chose to kill his brother rather than remove Korbut, a decision he still regrets. Yet, in that moment he was cold as ice. That choice left him alone. Korbut, for his part, ruthlessly eliminates any rival standing in the way of his goal. Like any dictator, he is a solitary figure. Ultimately, he opted for war, launching an assault on D6. He reached the facility with the help of a traitor who betrayed everyone in the bunker, Lesnitsky, who stole the virus from D6 on Korbut's orders. He had a choice: remain loyal to his faction or join another. He made the wrong choice and ultimately paid the price for it.
Yes, he was very bad. Dangerous. I'm starting to understand why you people kill.
But he isn't the only traitor we encountered in the game. Pavel, Pavel, Pavel. Our partner, friend, traitor, and enemy. A man who used us 3 times to get out of a jam. We saved him 3 times, yet he sold us out once, and everything went off the rails. For all his duplicity, he taught us a great deal, so well, in fact, that the student surpassed the master. His triad of skills is particularly interesting. He knows how to adapt each of his attributes to achieve his goals. His cold demeanor allows him to emerge from any situation alive thanks to his absolute composure. His solitude is simply part of the job for an undercover agent. No one knows him, yet he knows everyone. As for his choice of betrayal over gratitude, it is unpleasant, but understandable. When victory must be secured at any cost, but any means are acceptable. Artyom is not only a capable partner, but also a valuable intelligence asset for the enemy. That is precisely why the decision was made to torture him for answers. And it was precisely because he disagreed with these methods that Leonid ultimately let him go. An interesting picture emerges. Those who submit to their seniors and go along with the system of hazing eventually become the very same kind of oppressors themselves. Everyone seems to want to change the world for the better, yet the outcome is the exact opposite. However, there are just two characters who manage to find common ground and achieve the best possible result, not only in forging a new alliance, but also in dismantling the entire culture of hazing. After passing through the plague-stricken station infected by Lesnitsky, Artyom continues his journey with Khan. Miller's orders still stand. The Dark One must be found. He locates the creature on a train and fights his way through. The objective has never been closer. There is no room for failure now. By a stroke of luck, someone blows up the train, allowing us to reach our destination without major issues. This time the advantage of the metro tunnels is on our side. Yet this advantage actually works to the Dark One's detriment. Defying our superiors' orders, we rescue the creature from the tunnels and bring it out into the open air, an air that is fresh to it. An interesting moment ensues. By saving a life that is not human, we fail to complete our mission. We forfeit our advantage for its sake, effectively zeroing out the score. We stand on equal footing, all but even. All but. We begin to see one another as equals. A new, unprecedented chapter begins. Our task is no longer to destroy each other, but to survive and help one another, getting to know each other better in the process, if possible. And it happens. Artyom, a denizen of the metro, sees his former hometown through the eyes of a Dark One. This time, his new friend and companion is genuinely trying to help. It's a huge help to us, but we need to help him in return. But how? The answer comes from a place that could hardly be called suitable.
Shadows here. Many. Don't see me, don't hear. Alive and dead at once. Very strange.
For ordinary people, the world above is dead and gone. But not for Khan, the Dark One, and us. We see the ghosts of the past, traces that linger like a scar. The Dark One introduced us to the reality of the present, and we help him make sense of our harsh past. What the world was like before the nuclear war. After all, even that historic event had its nuances. The devastation we see around us is the result of a series of choices and decisions made by those at the top. They disregarded everyone else's opinion. They made their choice. They cold-bloodedly killed off most of the world. And now it's every man for himself. Although people tried to band together in the metro tunnels in a crisis, it is ultimately the strongest, the fastest, or simply the luckiest who survive. Mela, Artyom, and Khan are clear proof of this. And while ghostly visions reveal to the Dark One and Artyom what humans were once like, and perhaps still are, neither of them acknowledge it. The Dark One does not believe Artyom is capable of deliberate genocide, and Artyom does not believe the new intelligent life is hostile. They both try to prove that they are not who the other thought they were, that Artyom destroyed the Dark Ones with missiles out of fear of extinction rather than for pleasure, and that the Dark Ones were not trying to kill humans but simply wanted to establish contact. They succeed. Now they are even. Only one thing remains, convincing everyone else. They manage to do that too. Ultimately, the assault on D6 ends with the destruction of Colbert's forces by a group of Dark Ones led by our new ally from the other world. If a couple managed to prove to everyone that their fears and preconceptions were unfounded, then who was the person who shattered the entire system of hazing? The answer is obvious. It was Artyom. As I mentioned earlier, he refused to demonstrate his strength to the Dark One because he knew he would lose. Artyom possesses combat experience, yet he remains intrigued by a fresh perspective on a world that no longer belongs to humanity. Every time he asked a new question, the answers he received came from angles he never could have anticipated. The Triad faltered for the first time when the contact was established, when Artyom stopped simply carrying out his orders mindlessly and began listening to those around him. He was the only one who needed Khan's advice, thereby averting a catastrophe. Miller, though initially opposed to the idea of interrogating Moskvin, ultimately agreed. After all, it was a 2-to-1 vote, even with an assault rifle in the mix. Yet, even after the war at D6, the world was in no rush to change for the better. You can't fight the majority. Miller remained committed to the war and showed no signs of backing down. Even after fleeing Moscow, he stubbornly believed that war was still ongoing. Questions for the civilians kept coming, yet there were no answers. At least none he wanted to hear. Then came the chance to finally learn the whole truth from the government, which had been hiding far from the city all along. The truth that the government itself no longer existed, and that cannibalism, chaos, and ruin reigned in its place. The final frontier was reached and the answers were found, yet Miller still refused to accept the reality of the situation. It was only when Anya fell ill and Artyom nearly perished that Miller saved the young man at the cost of his own life. He finally grasped the truth, but it was too late. In Artyom's visions, Miller acknowledges his mistakes and issues a final order to Artyom, to assume command of the squad. And that is precisely what happens. Following the colonel's death and defying the standard logic of seniority-based succession, Artyom is chosen as the new leader. He is selected specifically for his practical skills and the experience gained through carrying out the most perilous missions. The future lies with him. The others will follow his lead. Experience of the past, present realities, and thoughts about the future. 3 things that are incompatible. One must choose only 2. The first pair is characteristic of the older generation, which firmly believes in the immutability of the system and its inherent flaws. The second pair defines us, the young. This is because past experience no longer works, even though we are still being taught according to outdated playbooks and old conventions. The question remains open, however. Who is right? Which road will prove to be the right one for us? Which path will you choose? Even if you make a choice now, it will be a long time before you learn the outcome, if you ever do at all. In any case, whatever the result of your choice may be, you will not be able to change it, no matter how much you might want to. Hazing will not disappear until it eventually dies out on its own.